On the currency team, it's your job to determine if there's enough demand from customers to actually create your service. So you need to decide how you're going to actually test that demand. So the first thing you're going to do if your site isn't already in editor mode is to go up to the site and go to editor. This is going to give you the ability to add individual components to actually test whether or not there's demand for your service. Now you're going to have two different options in terms of testing demand. You can either test demand by collecting people's email addresses, or you can test demand by actually trying to sell them a pre-order for your product. And we'll walk through both of them, but you only need to pick one when launching your MVP. So here's our sample site here. This is Uber for doctors, no more sick card rides, pediatricians come to your house. So there are two ways that we can test, like I mentioned. So let's talk about the first one. So you should already have this contact form in place. If not, you can simply add it. You can simply go to add, and they should have a contact section in here. Contact, and you can add that. But since we already have it, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to say ungroup elements. I'm going to click outside, and I'm going to click on this section here, the actual form, and I'm going to click manage fields. So all we're trying to do now is collect basically information from people who are interested in signing up for a beta maybe, or you could say give me more information when you launch. So we don't need things like the subject or the message, so I'm going to get rid of these two elements here. Okay, so now I've just got their name and email, but the language isn't quite right. So you can go up here and click edit text, and then we can say, instead of get in touch, we're going to say sign up for our beta. Oops. Okay. And then the send button doesn't really make sense now, so let's go in here and we're going to actually go to settings, and then we can go in and change what the button says. So then let's call it notify me. And then once they click submit, what do we want to do? We'll say success. We'll notify you when we launch. Okay, now if you wanted to get a little fancy, like in this case, maybe this is a location-based service, so we can actually add a new field in here for like the zip code. So I'll go in here and I'll say custom, and then we'll call this one zip code, and now you'll actually be able to know like which zip codes are most interested in your service. So that's how we do that. Let's go and just get rid of this. I'll hit the delete key, and then I'll get rid of that. And now we can measure how many email addresses we get to our page. The other way you can measure currency is actually trying to sell your product or sell a pre-order of that. To do that, we're going to go here to add, and then we're going to go down into the store section and click add to site. So we're going to save the changes, and what this is going to do is it's going to start creating a store for you, and it will do that on a separate page. So you're on a separate page here called shop, and we'll go and set this up here, but then we're going to go back and add it to the main page. So if you decide to add the actual shop itself, you can click on this section here and click manage products. They're going to start you off with a set of products. You can go in here, select them all, and then just click delete. That'll get rid of them all because you're going to start your own new product. So let's say it's going to be, go to physical product, images and videos. So let's add an image here of the product, and again Wix has a number of free photos for you, so I'm just going to search for like a generic doctor photo, see if there's one in here we can use. Okay, this looks great. Add to page. Okay, so now it's going to say the product name is like a pre-order your first visit. Alright, and then we're going to say it's like 50% off because it's a pre-order. So our price is $99 normally, but it's on sale now, and we're going to call it for 50% off. Okay, so pre-order your first doctor's visit for use after we launch in July. Okay, so now you've got that there. You can go and add like a return policy or a pre-order policy if you want to here. So let's say, pre-order policy. Oops. If for some reason we don't launch in July, you'll get your money back. Okay. and then we can say save. And now we've got our first product here. Now, you won't actually be able to collect payments on the free version of Wix. So you'll be able to see the store and people can kind of see what it's like to check out. But if you want to actually collect payments, you're going to have to upgrade. But for now, this will at least get you launched. So let's close this up here. We've got our store now, but again, this is on the shop page. We want everything to be on the home page. I'm going to go back to the home page here. We're going to scroll down and we're going to find the right place to add in our pre-order. So let's say we decided it's going to go right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually click and I'm going to drag this strip down so I've got some room to add my new strip. And then I'm going to add. I'm going to say add a new strip. Let's add this one here. Notice that it adds it on the bottom. I'm going to click and I'm going to drag it up here to the top. Where do we go? Here we go. I'm going to drag it down here. And now I've got this new strip that I can just plug right up here. And then we can go in here, we can add, that we've already done. We can click add store elements, and here we can do a product widget. So there is our product now. Got him set up. And now people can actually shop for and pre-order your items. So this is another way that you can test demand. So pick the right version of currency testing that's right for your team, and know that you only got 20 minutes to actually get this implemented. So use your 20 minutes while the landing page team is getting set up to decide what exactly you want to put in, what you want to call it, where you want to put it, and then spend your 20 minutes getting it set up on the website, and then after that turn it over to the video team so they can go and add their video.